Hi, my name is Laura and I'm the Education and Program Manager at the Museum of Sonoma County. Today I'm here in my living room to show you how to make these paper flowers in honor of the beginning of spring. So as far as what you'll need today, these are all things that you may have at your house already. So scissors, glue stick, a pen or something to write with, and construction paper or origami paper. I like using this origami paper because it makes a nice size, about like what these flowers are, and it's a nice thin consistency that's easy to work with. But you could use magazines or whatever you have on hand. Well, I'm gonna start by taking this page here and folding it in half. And you wanna, as best you can, line up the corners really evenly because that's gonna make this easier and make your final result smoother. So we've got our fold like that. This is the closed end here. This is the open side. So I'm gonna fold that way. And half one more time. So I still have the more folded side here and the flappier side up top. Do one more fold, always keeping the loose flappy ends on top opened. And again, this is really where it becomes important to line it up as best you can. It's gonna be a little bit tricky so that your cut is smooth. So once you have a piece like this, you can see how there's the edge here and then it extends up. We don't really need this, so you want to just make sure you have a good hold on the bottom here, and we're going to be cutting around this edge. You take your scissors. Actually, I'm going to start flipping it over this way and cutting on the more open end that has the loose sides. And you can cut kind of low down here. It's going to give you a long, kind of narrow petal that's going to look a bit like a sunflower, and that's what I'm making here today. So I can cut like that. And when I open this up, I get a really long, narrow one. That is what we just made. And so to speed things up, I already cut the next piece, but you're going to use 2 layers. You can actually use more layers if you'd like to make a really thick, fluffy flower. So I cut this one earlier today out of a dark yellow piece to create the effect that you see on these flowers here. And you can see I cut a little bit different shape. Take my glue stick here, just dab a little bit in the center. You don't need too much because we want the flower to remain loose and petally. And then you can line it up where you like the look. Sometimes it looks nice to have the petals lined up on top of each other. Sometimes alternating them looks nice. You can choose. So for this flower, I like this combination, so that's what I'm gonna do here. Next thing, to make a center for your flower, I'm taking this brown paper here, and I found that to make a nice big center, like a sunflower with all the seeds, using the top of your glue stick lid can work to make a really nice template to trace around. Just mark that. I have one already cut out, so I'm just gonna put some glue on there. And it goes in the center. The final step is to add some petals or leaves to your flower behind the petals. So you can see some of these I have 4 leaves on each side. This one I have 2 leaves, just one on the other side. And that's something else you can choose what look you like best. So again, I already started by cutting this one out, but if you start by folding your page in half and then in quarters again, you can just cut around the edges hanging on to that solid folded bottom, and you can create a leaf shape. That way when you open this up, you'll get this sort of 4-leaf disappear. So it often looks nice just to put it right on top. And that kind of gives you a nice solid base that works well if you want to attach a hair clip to it or a pin. And that's it. You have your flower. I'd love to see if you enjoy this project and what you make, so feel free to tag the museum on Facebook or Instagram and show us what you did. Thanks.